Welcome students, welcome to the video lectures of C programming language. Today we will discuss about the assignment operators and the relational operators. Now what will be the contents of the video? Now students, in this video lecture we will discuss about the assignment operator, definitions of the assignment operator. We will provide you some examples so the definition becomes crystal clear to you. Okay, and also too with a sample program. Now what are the rules of assigning the value to the variable? There are certain rules of assigning the value to a variable, that too we will discuss. And lastly we will discuss about the shorthand assignment operator, its definition, uses and the examples. Now students, after watching these video lectures on assignment operator part, I am quite sure that you are not required to see any other video in YouTube further. Now students, let's move to our next topic, which is the relational operator. Now students, in the relational operator part, we will discuss about the definition, its uses and its application, okay, and their return types with some examples. Okay, thank you students. Now we will move to our next part of the video, which is the assignment operator. So stay tuned. So students, let's discuss about assignment operator, which is generally represented by an equal to sign. So students, what is an assignment operator? An assignment operator is used to assign the value of a variable from right to left. Now students, you will definitely ask that assign the value of a variable. Assign the value of a variable means, for example, taking the example of a data type, for example int x is equal to 5. So the value of x is being the value of 5 is being assigned to the value of x. In computer we mean that the value of 5 is being assigned to x, not like mathematics that the value of x becomes 5, but in computer we mean that the value of 5 is being assigned to x. Okay, and why it is from right to left? Now for understanding right to left, again taking the example of int x equal to 5, we will take that the value of 5 is being assigned to x. Now the 5 is written on the right side and the x is written on the left hand side of the assignment operator. So isn't it that the value 5 is being assigned to x from the right to left? So that is only we mean to say that assignment operator is used to assign the value of a variable from right to left. Now taking some examples, I have already taken one example. Suppose int x equals to 5, which made the assignment operator clear for you. So moving on to our next point, that observing to the example above, we can say that the variable x is assigned to the value of 5. This also I made it clear to you. Okay students, that the value of x is assigned to 5. So students, you can easily see in this diagram that the value of is equal to 20, and we are assigning the value 20 to a variable value, which is the value itself. Okay, now for using assignment operator there should be certain rules. Okay, so we will now move to learn those rules. Now students, on the left hand side of the assignment operator we must have a variable. I have used the word must, please note it down. And on the right hand side we must have a variable or a constant. So students, what do I mean about it? That on the left hand side of the assignment operator, for example x, as assignment operator is a binary operator, we will have to use the on both the sides the operands. we will have to use the operands on both the sides of the assignment operator. So on the left hand side we will always have to mention a variable name, and on the right hand side there can be a variable or a constant. Okay, we cannot assign the value to a variable in a way like this, that 5 equal to x. We cannot write like this, because the associativity of the assignment operator is only from right to left, so syntactically it will be wrong. Okay students, now on the right hand side we must have a variable or a constant. Now what does it mean? That we can assign the value of x, which is a variable, to another variable y, so that we can manipulate the data as required by the user. So students, it is clear. Next on students, we will move to our next topic, which is the shorthand assignment operator. Now students, after you understand the concept behind the assigning the value to a variable, that how to assign a value to a variable, okay, so we will understand the shorthand assignment operator now. Now students, the name itself suggests short, which means that we are using a shortcut way to assign the value to a variable. Okay, is this clear to you students? So we are using some shortcut way. So let's begin. Shorthand assignment operators are used to assign the value of a variable in a shorter way. Now shorter way comes from the name, the shorthand assignment operator. Now students, for example, considering an example of, suppose int, which is int x equal to 5. Okay, and after writing int x equals to 5, suppose we write x equal to x plus 1. So we are incrementing the value of x by 1. So isn't it that writing x equals to x plus 1 will waste the time of the programmer, isn't it? So by using shorthand assignment operator, we can write this as x plus equal to 1. Okay, so now a question to you, that which one do you will prefer, writing that x equals to x plus 1, or by using shorthand assignment operator you will write it as x plus equal to 1? Definitely the second one, because it saves your time and also increases the readability of the code which you are coding. Okay, and also it saves our time as it gets compiled in a much faster way. So there are 3 benefits of using the shorthand assignment operator. First of all, writing the variable in a shorter way saves your time, increases the readability of our program, and the compilation is done in a much faster way. Okay, now taking a similar example as I have took it now, that x equals to x plus 1. Okay, now by using shorthand assignment operator, as I have told you, now we can write it in this way. Okay, now suppose a bigger variable comes to you, like in mathematics, that ax plus by plus cz equals to ax plus by plus cz plus 3. Isn't it? Writing this one will waste your time. So by using shorthand assignment operator, we can also assign the value of ax plus by plus cz in this way, such as ax plus by plus cz plus equal to 3. So it can also be written in this way. So it saves our time and also the program is compiled in a much faster way. Now taking another example, that x equals to x into 5. So now I think that you have already developed an idea that how to write by using shorthand assignment operator. Okay, it is written as x into equals to 5. Hence the readability of our code is getting improved. Now students, another thing, you are learning here only the basics. Now after, if you get a job, example in some company, they will give you bigger codes to write. So to shorter that amount of codes, you will have to use the shorthand assignment operator, which will increase the readability of our code, and also the compilation will be done in a much faster way, or else the program will lag down. You can also see in this example that we have provided with the example of a coding that taking a equals to 7. Okay, now again assigning the value of total with 21, printing that total will be a plus equal to a. So what will be the value? Yes, it is done using shorthand assignment operator. So immediately you got the answer, I think so, that total will be equals to total plus a. That is the meaning of total. That is the meaning of this statement, that total will be equal to total plus a. Okay, now I think it is clear that what will be the answer. If the total is 21 and the value of a is 7, so you will get output as 28, which is being shown in this black environment. Now we can also subtract the total minus equals to a. It will subtract 21 from 7, and similarly you can easily understand the normal division and the modular division values. Okay students, is it clear? Now let's move to our next part of the video, which is the relational operators. Now students, we will discuss the next part of our video lecture, which is the relational operator. Now students, what do you mean by the term relational? Yes, it's obvious that the relational operator means to something relation between the two operands. So we can easily say that the relational operators are the binary operators because they make the relationship between the two operands. For example, x greater than y. So considering that x is an integer variable and y is also an integer variable, and making a relationship between the two, which is greater than. So greater than becomes a relational operator as it relates the two operand. And relational operator only works if the two operands are present. And relational operators, as I have already discussed, makes a relationship between the two different variables in C programming language. So some common examples of relational operator. Some examples of relational operator are the greater than, okay, less than, greater than equal to, and less than equal to, and not equals to. Now students, I want to refer that after this slide we will discuss a difference between the equal to operator and the equal to operator. Equal to operator, as we all know, is an assignment operator, but equal to operator is a relational operator. We will express a difference between them. So students, please stay tuned. Now proceeding further in our video lecture, we will also see that a relational operator only returns the result as true or false. Can you remember, students, that in the content part of our video lecture we have discussed about the return type of the relational operators? Yes. So the answer is it returns only the value in true or false. Suppose, for example, considering again the example of x greater than y, and take under consideration that x equals to 5 and y equals to 7. So is 5 greater than 7? No. So compiler will return as false, which is 0. Remember, we should always remember that the machine level language consists of 0 and 1. So here the 1 means true and 0 means false. Similarly, if x becomes 7 and y becomes 5, then 7 is greater than 5. It is true. So compiler will return as 1. Is it clear? Now, students, as I have already discussed here, that our computer only understands the machine language, that is 0 and 1, where 0 means false and the 1 means true. Okay. So now another thing I want to discuss with you all is that we should only compare a relationship between the two similar data types of a variable. I mean to say that if we are describing a relation between the two variables, then x should be an integer and y should also be an integer. Then only we can make a relationship between the two operands. It is not possible that x is in float data type and y is in integer data type. Then there cannot be a relationship between the two operands. Stay tuned, as in the next slide we will discuss about the difference between the equal to operator and the equal to operator, which is very, very important for your examinations. Now, students, let's start with our most important topic, which mostly comes in our examination, is the equal to operator and the equal to operator. So, students, what is the difference between them? The difference between the equal to operator and the equal to operator, we have already, one point is already explained in the previous slide, that equal to operator is an assignment operator, but equal to operator is a relational operator. Now, why it is an assignment operator? It has been discussed that assignment operator assigns the value to a variable, and as equal to operator assigns the value to a variable. So it is an assignment operator. And why equal to is a relational operator? For understanding this, we have to take a simple example, that x equal to y. Now, students, equal to is a relational operator here, as it relates the two variable values, that is x is the value of x equal to y. If it is not, then it will return the value as false, which is 0. And if it is true, if x becomes equal to y, then it will return the value as 1. Till this much, the students, it is clear. So now, students, let's move on to the next point, which is the associativity point. So it is executed from right to left. Now, what is this from right to left? So this speaks about the associativity of the equal to operator, that equal to operator assigns the value to a variable from right to left. Isn't that x equal to 5? Isn't that the value 5 is assigned to x? So its associativity is from right to left. Okay. And speaking of the equal to operator, equal to operator is executed from the left to right. Now why it is executed from the left to right array? It has an associativity from left to right. That means, for example, considering the example of x equal to y, so the compiler will check that the value of x is equal to y. Is the value of x is equal to y? It will not check in the way that is y equal to x. It will check that that if x is equal to y, so its associativity is from x to y, that is from left to right. Now students, discussing about our third point, which describes the functionality of the equal operator and the equal to operator. Now, as we already know that equal to operator is used to assign the value to a variable. It is used to assign the value to a variable now, that x equal to 5, considering this example. So the value of x is assigned to 5. So it is clear the functionality. And what does equal to operator does? Equal to operator relates the two variable and returns the value as true or false. So students, is it clear? Is the difference crystal clear to you? So now students, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it as much as it is possible. Thank you.